Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. So today we're going to take a look at Nancy Pelosi, and this is actually a collaboration with Lamar Townsend Tarot and Psychic Carlene V. So I will have their channels linked in the description box below. We are all taking a look at different prominent public figures right now as we head into this election battle. We're getting towards, the switch of power and all of that. So I get the pleasure of reading Nancy Pelosi for this. Now, I always feel like, because I know Kamala and Nancy are friends, and I always feel like Kamala is like the cool aunt that, like, when you start wearing makeup, takes you to the mat counter because she's like, I'm not going to have my niece looking crazy out here. Your neck and your face are gonna match, and takes you to concerts and everything, but still sits there and helps you with your college applications and practicing interviews for your first job. Whereas Nancy is the career-driven woman who is married to your uncle and scares the absolute shit out of you as a kid, and then as you're older, like, you appreciate how shady she is. So she still scares you, but you love to hear her read people, right? So, and her and Chuck Schumer did a press conference, and I keep wanting to call it like press release or press interview. I'm like, press conference. Yesterday, lambasting Donald Trump and the Republicans for being so focused on trying to win back the election instead of being more worried about dealing with the pandemic and everything that comes with that, and of course them trying to fight to get this bill passed. So that was, we got some good shade from Auntie Nancy because she had to throw in something about what are they thinking, and then she said, maybe I'm using the term thinking too loosely or something like that, and I was like, there's the Nancy we all know and love, right? So I just want to see, because we have so much going on right now, if, like, what's coming for her, what are we gonna see Nancy do coming up with the battles for the White House and the transition of power come January and the pandemic and everything else that's going on in the world right now? Like, what role is Nancy gonna take in all of this? What can we expect from her coming up? So Spirit, please join us today and give us information in regards to Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. What can we expect from her coming up? Does she herself intend to be president someday? How is she going to handle everything coming? How does she feel about this? Thank you, Spirit, for joining us today. We ask that you bless all that we ask about and everybody who participates and watches this video. Thank you for joining us, Spirit, as we only ask for clarity and understanding, and we come to you with no malicious intent. Alrighty, so, and if you guys are new here, make sure you're liking, subscribing, commenting. Make sure you guys do go check out Lamar and Carlene's videos as well. And also, we do have a giveaway coming up, and it's coming quick. I looked this morning, and I think it was 270 subscribers. I don't know. It'll probably be more by the time that I post this. But at 300 subscribers, we are doing a giveaway for a free necklace from Miranda Diane Arts, as well as a free reading from me. So make sure you are subscribed to be eligible for that. And when we do the giveaway, I will make sure that it says in the title of the video that it is a giveaway video. Also, if you guys go to book on the site, which is psychicbellalove.com, and I will have all the links in the description box as well, and use code BELLA20 to get 20% off your first reading with me. And then I also have email readings in the description box as well, because I change those up as specials every month to help raise money, because all the proceeds from every email reading, any donation, anything like that, 100% of that does go to give back to people in need directly, and half of all phone readings do. But Kaylin, the other girl who works on the site with me, is actually fully booked up with other gigs because she does other jobs, and personal, like, in-person readings. So she's not working on the site this month. So if you guys click on the calendar, it is only booking just with me, because we hid her calendar until she's ready to come back, just so there was no confusion. So don't worry about not seeing my name on the calendar. I think Acuity might have just automatically done that. But I am going to get on the site tomorrow and work on it a little bit more too. So let's see. Okay. Nancy. Well, my goodness. This is so funny because she feels like there was a very hard-won battle for the election. You know, she was extremely scared that the country was going to make the wrong decision, in her opinion. You know, this is all coming from Nancy's perspective. She was very scared that the country was going to make the wrong decision and elect Donald Trump again. And so with the Six of Wands, you know, she definitely is celebrating that what she feels like her and everybody else, you know, in the Democratic Party worked so hard for happened. Like, I've been telling you guys all of this for so long, and people are finally listening to me. But then, of course, you know, with this Two of Wands and this Knight of Wands energy, you know, it's like, ugh, I knew y'all couldn't just accept defeat and that you were gonna have to start, you know, you were gonna fight for this. And it's just like she feels very annoyed. Like, just accept it. We have bigger fish to fry, you guys. Come on. Like, her attitude that she had yesterday in that whole press conference was definitely, like, Spirit is saying really how she feels. Like, she is really, 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 really fed up. She feels like, you know, she knows that they are not going to win. However, because this Chariot card is in reverse, it's like, and then we have this Hermit card, she knows, like, you guys are going to drag this out until the very last second. And she just feels like with this Ten of Wands and this Star and then the Hierophant, you guys are missing the bigger picture. Like, you're going to lose anyways. It doesn't matter. We have, again, bigger fish to fry over here. Like, let's get it together, guys. We need to work together. We need to fix things. You know, the World card, there is huge things that we need to worry about. Of course, Donald Trump is this Emperor, and with this Moon and this Four of Swords, like, Nancy is actually either aware of or maybe even participated in people trying to dig up stuff from his past to, it's like people coming up and being like, hey Donald, so you know how you're trying to win, you're trying to take Michigan to court and make them recount all of their ballots? And he's like, yeah. It's like, okay, so remember in 1993 when you actually plumbed that whole entire hotel to dump into the Hudson River? I think maybe it's time for people to know about that. And then it's like, you know, and then of course the intention is to get Donald not to take to Michigan to court. You know, she's aware that people are like ready to resort to that if they have to, because with this Knight of Swords, it's like, in this Six of Pentacles, she's seeing it as, you know, I'm gonna fight you. I don't want to fight you, but I will fight you, because with this Nine of Wands, again, we have other things to do. You're creating distractions, and she just sees everybody as extremely manipulative, and slowing things down. But she still sees this as being like the Dems winning a victory. She does. Like, she doesn't see how he can, it's like, you can be this magician all you want, but what this outcome is going to be, whatever comes out with this Ace of Swords, is the Nine of Swords to you. Like, it's still, you're still going to be defeated, dude. So, like, she just feels like this whole thing is a joke. You're making a joke out of democracy. You're making a joke out of everything. Give up. Do what you were hired for, like, that kind of thing. Like, she's just really, you're not doing your job. You've never done your job, and you're still not doing it. I just get this, like, fed up, like, I'm gonna knock your head off energy from her. There's something, you guys, that she knows that is coming for Mr. Donald. Because we have this Knight of Swords, this Ace of Coins, the Justice card, and then the Six of Wands. There's something that she knows, some big secret, or it's like they came across something, like Biden's legal team came across something that it just like ends everything right there, to where it's like, you can't, like, we found it, like, look, Section A, Column 3, Paragraph C, you know, it says the president cannot do blah, 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 and it shuts everything down. There is something that she is aware of that is going to shut things down where it comes to Trump. And she's very excited about it. And it's like she feels like, I did my due diligence telling you, like, warning you to just give up and accept defeat. But you don't want to do that. So my hands are clean, you know, like, I tried to warn you, I could walk away from this, my hands are clean, I don't feel bad when the chickens come to roost for you. And again, like I said, it might be something that they have on him, or it is some sort of, you know, there's this precedent or this judgment or something along the way that completely prevents them from being able to pursue this in the legal channels that they want, and they have to abandon trying to go that route to win back the elections. Like, they have to concede, they have to accept this defeat, because again, it's like, here's this World card, the Death card, and the Ten of Swords. Nancy knows, like, you're gonna have to just accept it and let it go, dude, because there is the Sun card where something is coming out. So she is trying really hard right now, even though she's extremely frustrated with the Seven of Cups and the Strength card. She's just trying to, like, kind of let everything play out. She's still trying to fight for the other stuff. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna stop doing my job just because all of y'all don't want to work and you want to go, like, play games in federal courts. I was hired to do something. I'm doing my job. Like, I don't care who the president is. I don't care what is going on with this election. I am still getting up and going to work and trying to do what I'm meant to do every day with this Knight of Coins, the Nine of Coins, and this Five of Coins. And so it's like, it kind of is a little bit of the beggar card, you know, where she's sort of begging I don't know if you would want to call it begging, but it's like, you guys, like, focus over here. Like, you're a senator. Do what you're supposed to do as a senator. Like, you don't even have any weight. Like, it's almost like she feels like a lot of the people that aren't, you know, that are so out there, like, talking about this, trying to side up with the Republicans and being like, there was fraud and this and that. And it's like, she's looking at them like, you wouldn't even have anything to do with this. Like, you are not part of the federal court. You're not part of that state. You're not part of anything that would that you would have to actually step up and, you know, do anything in this regards. You're just wasting your time going around talking about it and trying to get people riled up, but you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is sitting in the Senate floor passing bills, you know. So she's really, really pissed at that. But she is going to fight, and she's gonna do whatever she can, like if she is called upon it. Like if I'm called to speak, if I do have to like jump in, because now we got to, as you know, the House of Representatives, the Congress, the Senate, whatever, if we have to start stepping up and filing motions and doing things like that too, because he's still refusing to concede or leave the White House, I'm gonna do that, because she's feeling, because Joe Biden is this king of cups and she's showing up as this empress, it's in a protective energy. I'm gonna protect what you guys have going on. I'm gonna try to help ensure that smooth transition, just the way that like a mom would step up to like say help her kid move into his first apartment. It's like that kind of feeling, like I'm gonna step up and take care of everything, honey. I'll make sure the lights get turned on and all your plates get put away. It's like Nancy, honestly, I just keep getting this feeling too, like, and I just get this vision, and I can so see her like January 20th pushing those White House doors open, walking in, you hear her little heels clacking, and she's got a roll of packing tape in one hand and a freaking, you know, the bundle of the bubble wrap under her other arm, and she's got a bunch of guys behind her with boxes, and there's a moving truck in front, and she's like, time to go. And evicting him herself and packing shit up like, oh, Melania, is this your Gucci bag? Just throwing it in a box. I can just so see her doing that. Like, it is freaking hilarious. I know everybody's been saying it, but I'm going to say it again. I know Nancy will never see this, but if anybody close to her does, make sure y'all get a Catholic priest, a voodoo doctor, like somebody from every faith and spirituality to come bless that place after you leave. You know, go have the duas prayed over the White House. Like, y'all like need a lot of spiritual cleansing in that place after that nasty ass family lived in there. Plus about 85,000 gallons of bleach as well, seeing as that it's like the COVID hotspot. And if anybody watched our video that we did on Tracy's channel, I believe it was last weekend, like we were saying, like, you know, they might actually have something happen where they have to tent and sanitize the whole White House, seeing as that so many people have had COVID in Trump's cabinet and White House that, you know, like they might not let Biden move in right away. It's like we got to sanitize the whole entire place and really disinfect it before we can bring in new teams of people after all the illness that's spread through here. Which, if you think about it, that physical illness is just a manifestation of all the spiritual nastiness that was going on up in that place. Not that everybody that has COVID deserves it on a spiritual level. I'm just saying, like, when it runs that rampant through a place like that, there's gotta be something from spirit connected to that. Either that or it's just another sign of the lack of common sense and care of somebody like Donald Trump, who, you know, was walking around without masks and didn't expect the people around him to be adhering to those restrictions and everything. That is like, are we really surprised that this man and everybody in that place was sick? I don't know. I think at this point, a lot of the things that Trump does just so quickly backfire in his face, you know, and then he just keeps acting like, well, whatever, keep it moving. and just ignores it or acts like, well, no, you know, even though I said last week I was never going to do this and then this week I did it, like, I didn't say that. You guys misinterpreted it, you know, and it's just like, okay, it's a Democratic hoax. It's CNN lies, you know. Okay. First thing too, you guys, see, I always say Nancy is literally the epitome of the Queen of Swords in the tarot deck. I always just get that energy from her. Like, some people really are just swords people. I know it's supposed to represent me because I'm a Libra, but like, I don't feel like I definitely have my Queen of Swords moments, but I'm not that, you know, 100%. But I just feel like certain people just carry and embody that energy, and Nancy is definitely one of them. With this Two of Cups, Nancy is going to team up with anybody that she can, honestly, against Trump. It's like, I don't give a crap. Like, I am over you. Like, literally, with this Death card, I am so over you. Like, I will work with anybody if that means that we're gonna finally get rid of you, because she feels like it's not just the shit that Trump does constantly, which I know, obviously, her being in the position that she's in, because nothing can just directly be passed by a president, you know, usually has to go through all of the different houses and everything. But it's like, not only that, but she feels like he plays like such a bad influence on the other Republicans that she has to deal with. And some of them, it's like, you were not like this until this man came around, until we had him as our president. Before that, like, you were not always my favorite person, but we could usually find some way to agree. But yet, ever since this man has came into office, you have completely changed and become somebody that I'm constantly fighting battles with, you know, and it's so much harder to deal with the Republicans and everything because of how this man makes you guys feel entitled to just block everything, to stop everything, to act this way. And it's like, he just had, like, she feels like he's just had such a negative influence on everybody. Because, you know, we have this Seven of Wands and Five of Wands. I thought I was going to be real cool, but again, you know, we have to remember big cards and baby hands don't go well together. So she definitely feels like, you know, with this Five of Coins, like, she's always having to kind of push really hard and concede and compromise to get people that previously she could work with to actually do anything with her. And she feels like so many things are constantly blocked. And again, yeah, here it's this, you know, Lovers card in reverse and this Eight of Wands in reverse. Like, we can't work together anymore because of this whole situation. She doesn't want to be president either, guys. Like, she feels like she's much happier. Like, I think especially her being the Speaker of the House and having the positions that she's had, where not only is she in those higher levels of government, but she's leading those higher levels of government on top of it. It's almost like at times she feels like she has more power than the president, and that they're sort of more a spokesperson than anything else. And so it's like, I'm okay, like, staying where I am because I have more power in this situation than I would if you guys put me on that big world stage. So she would just much rather have people that she feels that she likes working with, like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I know she, you know, we've talked about this, that she's friends with Kamala. And so it's like, I would rather work with them and support them, because I think that the three of us, we can all work very well together and actually get things done. So she feels like the setup of the way that things are right now and the way that things are going to be transitioning forward actually benefits her more than if she was the person that was to step in and take over everything. And you guys, I know Nancy can be a little egotistical, like, let's not even play, but she really does do things because she believes that she is working for the good of the people. You know, no career politician is ever going to be perfect. Like, don't get me wrong. Even as much as I've said, you know, that I like Kamala and Joe and everything, I know that they're not perfect. Nobody is. But the thing that I appreciate about the two of them is that they're willing to admit that they made mistakes in the past and promised, and we will hold them accountable for that, that they will do what they can to reverse that and to fix those things. I appreciate people who can listen and who can hold themselves accountable and admit that they were wrong. Nobody's ever been perfect. We've all made mistakes. We've all grown. We've all do things differently now, knowing more, you know. So we have to give, as much as we have to hold people accountable, we also have to give them room to grow and learn from those mistakes too. You can't just cancel somebody forever. But if they repeatedly keep making those same mistakes, then yeah, like, you will be canceled forever in my book. So, you guys, we will be hearing and seeing a lot more from Nancy coming up. She is very, 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 very focused on trying to get these bills passed that are going to provide for the American people. It's like, because we have this judgment card, the Knight of Coins and the Two of Coins. So she feels like she wants to focus on getting this next stimulus out. She wants to focus on making sure that there's preparations and plans in place so that we can make it through the winter, knowing that COVID is running rampant again. And of course, cold and flu season doesn't make that any easier. It's like she's very, very, very focused on what can we do to help and protect the American people and the economy in this time. And so, like, she already has it in the back of her head. Like, I already know, like, who won. We all know this. Like, can we please just get back to work and fix this or deal with it the best that we can? She still feels like every step of the way, with the Magician card, with this King of Wands, with this Devil card, that Trump and his supporters will try to block whatever she brings to the table. But she's still going to keep fighting with this Five of Swords. Like, she doesn't care anymore. She's like, I'm going to go down with the fight. I'm not letting you corrupt people keep ruining everything for the rest of us. Because she really, truly does feel like with this World card, with this Nine of Cups, and with this Ten of Cups, the choices that you guys make, it really does affect American people. You know, like, there's more people that are getting sick. There's more people out of work. There's more people that are going to be homeless. Like, we have to just get past that. We have to be, you know, a bipartisan team over here and put everything to the side and focus on what's going to fix stuff. So this Chariot and this Palace of Swords and this Four of Coins, she's going to get louder and louder, and she's going to be more and more demanding about making sure that this next stimulus will get passed, because she just feels like at this point everybody's dragged that out so much. And it's like, even if you guys are successful in taking things to courts, there's still time before, like, all of that can be dealt with. So in the meantime, let's buckle down and do what needs to be done. You know, just because you're waiting for your paycheck to come on Friday so you can go grocery shopping doesn't mean that you don't clean your house on Thursday. That's the way that she's looking at it. So she's very excited, really, really excited about Kamala and Joe taking over and working with them. And she just feels like, this is justice in a sense. Justice for Hillary, justice for her. Like, she's looking at it as it's a victory for all women. You know, not just everybody who doesn't like Trump, but it's also a victory for women. She's extremely proud of Kamala. Like, so proud of her. Let's see. If she had her way, she'd be the one that would tell Trump that he has no way of winning. It's like whoever has to be the bearer of bad news, you know, like, hey, bud, after all the little games you've played, you still lost. Like, to her, it would just be like her dream come true if she could be the one to deliver that news to him. But this King of Wands had this Three of Swords and Tower card over it, and she was shown and the, you know, as the Four of Wands as the final outcome. So again, she has no doubt in her mind whatsoever that Trump has no recourse and that he ultimately is going to lose. You guys, she is gonna get some sort of stimulus package sent out for us with this Ace of Pentacles, and I believe it is going to be before Christmas, and it might be like literally like right before Christmas because everybody is going to be dragging it so much. But we literally will have to give all credit to Nancy because she is the one that is going to rally the troops and make sure that like this will actually get taken care of, get passed. And it's like, we're not playing with you, Mitch McConnell. Get off your ass and like freaking just sign off on this. Like, people are starving. There's all these little kids that aren't gonna have a Christmas. Like, she's really gonna be like in his freaking like face, like, we're doing this. It's not gonna be great, you guys, the stimulus that is coming though. I feel like it's gonna be probably really, really close to what we got last time around, like maybe 1,500. But there is something about there, whatever it is that we get in that month, it's like we're also getting that again in January. So, and it'll be like in the beginning of January. So say, for example, it's like, well, we only get another 1,200 or 1,500, whatever, right? Like the week before Christmas, December 20th, for example. Then come January 5th, there's another 1,500 that's going to come in. And then because she's pushing for that, knowing that Joe and Kamala already have some sort of stimulus package plan, whatever, in place, that they're going to be pushing to implement as soon as they take over office. So it's like, I want to make sure people are covered for when they actually do get to step into that office and make that decision, and then they can sort of take over from there, like where it's gonna go, if that makes sense, and then we'll follow Joe's plan from there on out. But it is definitely going to happen. Again, like I said, I just feel like it's kind of like disappointing, like, really, because Canada gets this like every month and they get more than us, and we're still kind of stuck in this like, gee, thanks, like that doesn't even cover most people's rent, you know. But there is something much better coming with Joe and Kamala in office, and we'll actually hear about that soon too, because if you guys have been paying attention, Biden's administration has been like laying out and sending out their plans for the first 100 days in office, and so they keep releasing stuff, you know, and I think that that's probably one of the next things that we're gonna see, because they release that, and then they also release like who, if they already have those cabinet members, who's gonna be working on that. So anyways, guys, you know, I think that we're just gonna keep seeing Nancy fighting like normal. There's also, Spirit is saying that, is it that Mitch McConnell could easily like end up not being the leader anymore, the majority leader, because I keep getting like her being like literally on her knees at night praying to God that anything that could happen, it's like, we got rid of Trump, please, 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 McConnell next, take him with you next. Like, I can't take this anymore. I need somebody that I can actually try to like get something done with in this place, because he's just, you know, the C blocker of all time. So she's definitely working on it, guys. I mean, hey, you know what, Nancy? Maybe you need to go to Melania's voodoo doctor, because he did a good job in helping her husband get out of office. So Anyways, guys, I love you so very much. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys go check out Lamar Townsend Tarot and Psychic Carlene V. They will be linked in the description box below because it's a collaboration with them. And they're doing videos on other prominent public figures, and theirs should be up to date as well, if not definitely over this weekend. So I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I love you so much, and I'll see you again soon.